Down to 5 of the 24. Here's James and hits. A huge shot for LeBron James with 16.3 to go. 32 for James, 12 of the 32 in the fourth. And the Cavs will pick up their first win of this series.
He was hot. ESPN analyst and NBA guard Jalen Rose is in the house with us, representing the University of Michigan, I might add. Looking finally dapper. Hey, I just built a new website, www.getofflebronjamesback.com. You want to log on to that?
Hey, absolutely. LeaveLeBronAlone.com.
Please. Bron stepped up his game last night, leading the Cavs to the Game 3 win over the Pistons. The Pistons still lead the series 2-1. But what did you see different about LeBron's game last night?
He had a killer instinct last night, and it was win or go home. Like he mentioned in the press conference, it was his most important game of his career, and he approached it that way. He was aggressive attacking the basket. He had over 30 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. He's basically a triple-double waiting to happen. And when you got LeBron James on your team, you know, the sky's the limit, and I like the way he stepped up and he put the team on his back last night. 12
of his 32 in the fourth quarter when it mattered the most. But how important is it for him not to get too aggressive, overly aggressive, not to let his game go too far away and keep his teammates involved?
The key to being LeBron James is to be yourself, which he's done. A lot of people want him to be Michael Jordan, want him to be Magic Johnson. I like him being the first LeBron. Pass first when the guy's open, share the ball with your teammates, have confidence in them, and be aggressive and take over the game. Go down the middle, do a slam dunk like you did on Rasheed Wallace. Step back, three-pointers over the left shoulder. I mean, he's really getting it done. It's exciting to watch for a 22-year-old. 22.
Yes, 22. Now, if you're Flip Saunders, you're Chauncey, you're Rasheed Wallace, and you got slammed in your mug last night, you know he's coming. You know he's going to be more aggressive. So what do you do to stop him the rest of the series?
Detroit Pistons, they've been here 5 times in a row. The Eastern Conference Finals, you just order room service, have a good practice, watch a couple of films, and come out poised and ready to play better for Game 4. They understand if they go up 3-1, it's not a question of when the series is going to be over. I mean, not a question of if the series is going to be over, but when. Detroit wants to go up 3-1. That's their main thing, and I think they're going to be ready to play a good game.
But look, Jalen, this series could easily be 3-0 Cleveland. Detroit really hasn't played a great game yet so far in this series right now. So what happened to the Pistons guard, especially last night, Rip and Chauncey?
When you play against the Cleveland Cavaliers, especially where their starting lineup is right now with Larry Hughes and Pavlovich in the backcourt, their size, their length, and their athleticism has really given problems to Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton. Rip Hamilton normally likes to come off baseline single, double screens. They're disrupting the timing. Chauncey Billups, a guy that never turns the ball over, is really turning the ball over. And you got to give the Cleveland Cavalier defense a lot of credit. Their big men do a good job of switching out on pick and rolls. Drew Gooden has done a good job rebounding the basketball. Varejao has done a good job as well. So the Cleveland Cavaliers are a good rebounding team, and when you clean that backboard, it allows LeBron James to get in the open floor.
So with all that said, what do you expect in Game 4?
What I expect in Game 4 is the best game of this series because the Cleveland Cavaliers understand 2-2, we got a new series. They understand 3-1. It's a matter of when we're going to be making reservations to play golf.
Oh, okay. All right. You're playing golf right now. But you're here with us because I'm transitioning into the Western Conference Finals, and I know I don't want to talk about the Spurs. Does it still hurt a little bit?
No, it happened.
Oh, it happened. Okay. Yeah, Spurs up 2-1 over the Utah Jazz right now, and Spurs got beat down in Game 3 in Utah. So with that said, how do you expect the Spurs to react after what happened in Game 3?
The thing I love about the NBA is the best of 7 really determines the best team over a 7-game period. And you talk about the Final Four of the NBA. So when these teams come home, Cleveland and Utah, they're going to be excited and play in front of their home fans. Utah did a great job in Game 3. Tonight, if you're Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs, you want to keep the turnovers down. Tim Duncan, 8 turnovers in Game 1. Foul trouble plagued him. I think if he stays in the game, you're going to see the best game in Game 4 as well.
How does he stay out of foul trouble and still stay aggressive and be the Tim Duncan that we saw in Games 1 and 2?
9-time first-team All-NBA performer. He finds a way to get it done. 20-10 when he wakes up in the morning. He knows how to get it done.
All right, now one of the things they got to do a better job is the Spurs is stopping Deron Williams, who's been killing him. What the flu bug may be able to stop him because he missed practice yesterday, missed shoot around today. He's a game-time decision for the night, but Williams is averaging 30 points and 9 assists in this series. How do you slow him down? If you're defending him, how do you slow him down?
He's really getting it done, and I'm excited to watch his growth because a lot of times when you come into this league and you're a high draft pick and you're a point guard, it takes you a while to find your niche, especially when you're playing for a tough coach like like Jerry Sloan, who's had John Stockton. He's had all kinds of expectations. He really taking this game to the next level. He has size, he has speed, he has strength, and you see how he dropped Jock Vaughn off with the crossover and laid it in the basket. I mean, he's really getting it done, and he's making the game easier for Carlos Boozer. Yes. They're reminding people of a John Stockton and a Karl Malone. I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. Yeah. They're getting it done.
Yeah, they said they want to be the first Deron Williams and Carlos Boozer and let the Karl Malone and John Stockton live in the past. All right. What happens in Game 4?
In Game 4, for you, the Utah Jazz, you want to find a way to get some more outside shooting and get some more transition baskets. When the San Antonio Spurs, they all cross half court, their defense is almost impossible to score against. When you get Deron Williams in transition, that allows guys like Andre Karolinko to get easy basket, Derek Fisher to get three-point shots, etc. And that's what they really need to do to spread the floor.
All right, let's talk about another thing that's off the court right now. Anytime a two-time scoring champion, a superstar like Kobe Bryant, requests to be traded unless changes are made, and came out yesterday, Rick Bucher reported that Kobe wants Jerry West to come back and be the GM of the team. Now, Jerry West said he really hadn't thought about going back to the Lakers, but since Kobe said it, he might think about it. Is he right to make such demands?
In our culture of sports, you never like to see your athlete make demands. You know why? Because you always get criticized. If an athlete says he wants to be traded, if an athlete said he wants more money, if an athlete says anything publicly, the public perception is that's not good. But when you Kobe Bryant, like you said, a two-time scoring champion, a three-time NBA champion, you know what it's like to be on an elite team. And in his locker room, he knows that that's not an elite team.
But he had an elite team with Shaq, and basically a lot of people will say he got rid of that.
A lot of people say.
He made his bed, so why did he sleep in it? That's what a lot of people say.
A lot of people say that he made that bed, but he's not the GM, he's not the owner. At the end of the day, that's not his call. I hear Caron Butler was his best friend on the team, but he didn't know that trade was happening as well. So when you play in the league, professional sports, kind of like being Joe Torre right now. How can you boo Joe Torre walking to the mound? It's a what have you done for me lately world and league, and unfortunately when you Kobe Bryant, you understand tomorrow's not guaranteed. It's about getting it done right now. And if he feels Jerry West is the guy to help that franchise get it done, which he's shown to be, then all to the best for Kobe Bryant and the Lakers.
Man, that M on your jacket not just stands for Michigan, it stands for money, because you're money with your analysis.
Thank you very much.
Jalen Rose, as always, man. Thanks, bro.
Appreciate you having me.
All right. And just cross Larry Hughes.